on 24, or what else do they call you?
They call me Jared. That's my name, but it's Cedon for the most part, or Don, or God damn it, Don.
And we here with Jared or Don or God damn it Don here today to broadcast the epic conclusion of the TKO versus Heil game here. Which way do you see this game going?
It's a toss-up. Based off comps alone, I say that Hal has really good lockdown and burst, but the side of TKO has really good setup and change CC, and then constant engage between Rav and Neja. It'll be interesting to see how this one goes.
Definitely, Ravana definitely has that damage and that burst if he can get ahead, but that's assuming he can get ahead. If he gets behind, he kind of gets a little weak-handed. SC has a weak grip. Hasn't been using much.
He's definitely a god who falls off late game as is, so losing early game pressure is not good for him.
Right, I can totally see what you're saying there. He's a huge player in the early game. You have to find that link to the late game to early game somehow and try to steamroll him. Like if he can stay above in levels like maybe 3 to 4, he's golden, I think. And if you excuse me for a moment.
No problem. Both teams just comfortably going into their lanes, solo, having a little stare down. Not much gonna happen over there. In the side of mid though, bit of poke coming out, both teams. Not too much going on.
Definitely. Is Terra actually beating back the Ravana here? No, it looks like Ravana's beating her back. Terra, until she's level 2, is gonna have a very hard time clearing wave.
Susan and Thoth trying to contest this speed buff. Seems they're gonna drive the team TKO away towards Ellie's.
Looks like TKO
coming back level 2 though.
I have to change my UI here. Pause for a second. Excuse me.
Shanga, first blood on Raven Smoke.
I'm not at that time. You have to give me a second.
Secured. No problem.
I'm actually having to change the names because the UI likes to do that to me. Alright, and there we go.
Just poor play for the first blood. They should have secured that buff a long time ago. Basically, as soon as TKO walked away, that Shanga had enough time to walk back without boots. Now TKO able to strip the red buff away from the side of Heil. Dual lane rotating over. Gonna be too late.
Wait, what time are you at?
To go for oracles instead. 155.
Yeah, you're ahead of me. Pause at 210. That way, because you're lead announcer, and I can't really do anything if you're not on key with me here.
For sure. Paused at 210.
Alright. And we see them go for oracles here, like you said, at Heil. I think oracles are a huge part of the game now. A lot of fights have been fought over those oracles there. And I'm paused. Right. Unpause in 3, 2, 1, go.
What are you at?
210. 216. I just said unpause. Did you not hear me?
Yeah, I did.
What time are you at?
Just making sure. 2:22 now.
Yeah, okay. I paused for a second when you said that, but yeah, I'm only like a second or two behind. So that'd be fine, because there's that slight delay in voice chat.
Shanga comfortable enough to catch these waves solo. It's gonna make a big deal. As
Even
opposed
against
to the dual, yeah, as opposed to the dual mid. She's gonna hit 5 way before. Taking a lot of poke though.
She doesn't do much damage until she hits those either mana boots or pen boots. Although when she gets it's called obsidian shard, she's ridiculous.
Oh, a good stun and all coming out on Susanoo from TKO Ghost. Thoth dashing out of the way. This looks like it might be another kill here. Yeah, TKO Ghost with the second so far.
TKO Ghost has been the
opportunity some
backbone of
poke,
his
but it's
team
not
this
enough
far.
to
Wouldn't you agree?
secure. Yeah, for sure. He's definitely holding his own and even propelling his team forward when he can.
But he chases a lot of kills. I feel like that's his weakness
Another
there.
strong stun. Chonga being able to secure this one. That's 3 for the side of Team KO.
TKO, strong soloing this game. I'm surprised that she had any mana left for that, to be honest.
Oh yeah, just barely enough to get that ult off, having to secure the kill with an auto.
Yeah, no, just bad luck there by Thoth. If maybe 1 second had passed or something, he would have lived. Looking at TKO Ghost's record so far in this, what did you say that he's been very kill oriented over objective oriented?
Oh yeah, this whole team just screams kill hungry in all their roles. But that being said, they have managed to pick up some objectives. Like they focus small objectives as of right now, stealing away the speed buff on the side of Heil one more time.
And we see Terra ulting here. Looks like she's trying to engage.
Feeds out of Neja, but that's about it.
Fortunately for kill-hungry teams like this, or people that want to know their record, starting week 3, we will start recording your KDAs. We will actually have to ask teams to send in their end-game stream so we can record it. But one of the people in the group has actually graciously decided to help us and make an actual website for us somehow, or something like that.
I think I saw a post about that.
Yep. Yep. So we're going to start asking people to send it in, and if people aren't going to do that, then we'll have to make it a rule. People don't like it when I make rules, apparently, so we will ask you nicely first.
Taking a look at wards placed right now, TKO having 4 on the board, 2 between the support and 2 between the mid, whereas the side of Heil only has 1, and that is the solo laner. Not very good vision. Could be caught out on some of these 4-man rotations here soon.
I mean, the game 1, we saw that happen a lot to them. Like, I don't think I saw very many wards until the late game, and I was very surprised because Heil had been very good about warding game 1. And there's the Chonga.
Another kill going the way of TKO. Chonga's able to secure the kill on Thoth in mid lane.
Using
I was
her
looking
ult.
over at solo.
I got the kill, don't worry about it.
It looks like the... I haven't seen... Oh, okay. It looks like the Ravana's being pressured out by the Terra here.
Yeah, because he has baseline physical protections, not very many magical protections, and Terra is very good clear. Nobody really thinks about it, but she does have very good clear. Kills all the time.
The duo just way overextended right there. Getting picked up. 1 for the Medusa, 1 for the Geb.
Looks like maybe they're panicking a little bit. This is not going how it went last game. It's 0-6 at 6 minutes. Like, thinking about this.
Very, very poor.
I wouldn't say poor. I just see a little panic. Like, it's a 1-1. It's an intense fight. They're against a good team. Think about Heil is that they have good team fight, so they need to get to that phase. They need to stay at level. And TKO Vegas.
Down in the solo lane thanks to the help of TKO Ghost and TKO Vegas. Thoth here to clean up. There's a strong rotate coming out.
Shisano coming here.
Never mind. They're just going for at least could have caught the Neja out of mana, but opting to secure the farm. He is quite a few levels behind this Neja, to be exact.
I agree. And looking at the board right now, what do you think of the Odin's build? To choice to go Mark of the Vanguard over Watcher's Gift as support.
I think it's good because Odin, most of his clear, most of his damage comes from literally leaping into minions and enemies. So being able to absorb those hits isn't too bad. I recommend he should have gone Lonos.
I was just thinking that too.
Boots, not just for the farm of the extra 500 gold when you complete stacks, but also for the health each stack provides. It would have been nice paired with this Vanguard. A good pull on Chonga, some nice poke damage, followed up with a cage. Izanami ult coming out. This seems to be a big fight in the way of Heil. Good secure on the Chonga. Medusa ult coming around the corner. TKO Ghost able to hit a sash. That guy you meant securing the kill on Devastator. 1 for 1.
That name is a mouthful, and I hate saying it, but that guy has really been on that board, really present in team fights. I think he's one of the few I haven't seen chase a kill on the side of TKO. Very much more effect oriented.
All of his kills are very precise.
Yeah, I don't even expect him to get them.
The risk over reward into account.
I mean, watching him play
It just
thus
feels
far.
very unprofessional to say that guy.
Yeah, right?
There's that guy with another kill.
Oh, man. Let's not assume he's going to get any more kills here. Let's try to assume... Oh, and TKO Ghost. I mean, Heil is a strong team in their own right. I don't know what's going on in this game here. Is TKO perhaps showing a little bit of their strength here?
That and a mixture of Heil going in confident after a solid win in the last game, being overpowered by picks such as the Chang'e and the Neja early game.
Yeah.
Throwing away a perfectly good opportunity to secure the speed, which then led to a first blood, and it's just been a snowball ever since. This Neja has been all over the board, being in 7 out of 9 kills, 2 of them being for himself.
And getting the Gold Fury for there's TKO at 9 minutes. Pretty early Gold Fury.
It's a 4,000 gold lead in the way of TKO.
I didn't even realize that. That's crazy.
Heil finally starting to keep up with the wards, 1 out of the jungle, 1 out of the mid, 2 out of the support.
That vision is just vital for every team, every level of this game. That vision, no matter how far behind, you gotta have that vision. This will get you the picks and such. It seems like the Ravana actually kind of counters the Terra. The Terra root not as effective against him because I think that his backflip has the same cooldown as her monolith or monolith in charge.
At least until she gets cooldown, whereas unlike the Ravana flip, it's not as up as frequently. Or
I
it
know.
is up more frequent than the Ravana flip, is what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, that Ravana flip is up pretty infrequently. And there is Chang'e going to go down here, and Chang'e goes down to farm. Did they shove in someone this game? I don't remember him. And TKO goes getting another kill.
They might have. I don't remember the Chang'e either. But yeah, TKO being able to secure the Susan, secure his lead even further over the level 8 jungle as compared to the level 12. Terra rotated here in the solo, just making sure nobody gets dived as she makes her way back to, or rotating in from solo to mid.
Well, is that Ravana? Is that question here?
Cole taking a lot of poke. He's on his way back from Phoenix.
Okay, yeah. Just saw that. What do you think went wrong in this early game?
Speed this time. Being able to secure that speed buff, not get level 2 as Chang'e walked over and Neja caught the ring bounce, and it was just GG from there.
We've seen
a hard snowball.
We've seen a lot of games thus far, and usually when a team goes to get that speed buff after they've been outcleared, they die. It usually results in first blood, but we've only seen one exception.
Choice. Unless you are on a god like Neja or Thor that has that range secure, so you can get the buff and then choose whether or not to go in with that level 2. I'm really upset that Hi-Rez did not decide to go through with those XP changes. A Gebalt coming out seeming like a bit of a waste on the support on the side of Heil. About to get collapsed on now. Chang'e, good ult around the corner. TKO Ghost able to secure the kill with the ring bounce. Good ult coming out of that guy, but not so good coming out of the Neja to follow. Nice stuns, followed by an Izanami ult. She's 1v3 there in the back line. Susan ult coming out just his own. Some good damage, and Godmaker securing the kill on that guy you met with his ultimate. Lots of ults coming out, eventually ending in 2-for-1 trade. This Chang'e is being chased, make that 2-for-2 as TKO Vegas secures one. Diving under the tower to try and secure the other, but not having cooldowns to do so. Godmaker's just
I think last time we saw him.
TKO coming in, a hot ring bounce off of the Terra, killing her ally. Jeez. They took a good team fight, and they took a good team fight for the side of Heil and just turned it in their favor with these dives that the Ravana provides, and a Fed Neja just coming around and picking up another kill for himself.
The Neja with
what
crits.
You were gonna say?
I think first round we actually saw Ravana come around as TKO Ghost, and he just absolutely was devastating. I think he went something like 10-0 as Ravana. The Ravana ban was definitely a step in the right direction. I feel for Heil. Do you think that they just felt they could deal with it after that game 2 there?
I think they forgot about it after game 2.
That was a 50-minute game.
Yeah, I don't think at any point in time anyone's like, I can take a Ravana. I know even in ranked, I don't say I can take a Ravana. He's just way too strong.
Oh yeah. Now, your experience as one of the Block 3 is one of Block 3's junglers here, right?
Yes.
Hmm. So what do you say? What do you have to say on the jungle game thus far in this game?
The side of TKO is amazing. This Neja's been all across the map, securing buffs, keeping up on his farm. A steady build coming out of him. It looks like he's going for the Shield of Regrowth to provide a pseudo escape for a god without one every time he, or at least most of the time that he procs his 2, getting that heal boost, getting that speed boost that comes along with it. As for the side of Heil, on a god like Susanoo, you'd really expect more at least safety and security, but he's just been getting out-pressured, out-farmed, out-rotated. It's really not a good sight to watch for such a strong god.
Hmm.
Cole from State Farm being collapsed on with ults here in the mid lane, most likely to go down, and he goes down to that guy you met. The 3rd kill for the ADC.
Hmm. That guy, like we said, is so precise in his kills. Like there's so many times in team fights where I think either the support or someone else is gonna get a kill, but he always seems to get that last basic when he wants to.
Seems like they were gonna go for Gold Fear here, opting to leash instead. A good ult coming out on the side of that guy, forcing out the Susanoo speeds. Terra getting a good disengage stun, and I think the rest of Heil's gonna leave. This Geb's gonna chase. A good ring bounce coming out to provide the slow. A nice stun. Terra doing everything she can. She's gonna go down to Chonga. That is the Chonga's 4th kill of the game. Good poke damage coming out of the carry, but he's out of position and needs to get it back behind the thoughts, which he does.
Mm-hmm. How would
Side
you
of TKO looking like they're just gonna siege this mid tower.
how would you say that that name? Is it Emerson? I can't. I think I've been butchering it this whole time.
I think it's something along the lines of Americant.
American. Okay, yeah, that probably sounds better. And looks like the Naja's gonna go down here.
3 people falling on the side of Heil. Neja walking out through the jungle. 4 people falling on the side of Heil as Medusa and Chonga continue to push.
It looks
This game's
like
starting to look
one-sided.
Yeah.
I don't know. TKO were they holding that Naja in reserve there for this game too? It's been devastating, even more devastating than in the game 1. I don't remember who was game 1.
I thought you said it was the Robin.
No, the Ravana was solo lane game 1. Once again.
Oh, you said TKO Ghost was on it.
They TKO like TKO Vegas and Ghost. They have 2 TKOs. Okay, it gets confusing sometimes. I mean, I like the idea of having synchronized names, but it plays heck with me.
Another Gold Fury going the way of TKO. The root coming to prolong Terra's life. Approaching that 10k gold mark, it doesn't seem like it's gonna matter for too much longer.
So the gold difference
TKO
is over.
just taking this early game and running with it.
That gold difference is quite scary. It's always a steep hill to come back from being behind in gold. Kills is a different matter altogether. You gotta look away from that scoreboard if you're just behind in kills.
Don't matter.
Right. Right. Kills don't matter. It's the gold that matters. But like even if you're behind,
what does matter is the amount of items that the enemy team has over you. And right now, the jungler for TKO sitting at 3 full items, whereas the jungler for Heil 0 and 5 only having Boots and his Jotuns. TKOs is just in a much better space right now, opting to secure this portal demon and just solidify their lead that much more. A nice kill for the side of Godmaker, or for the side of Heil, Godmaker, just playing that thought to the fullest. A good Odin cage, but it's not going to save his life. Terra coming out too.
Does anyone on the side of TKO have Phantom?
It does not look like it, no. Geb hasn't gotten a second relic yet, however, so we might see one.
I expect to see that. Geb has
Honestly, they're so far ahead. This Geb has so many protections, he might not even need it. He might opt to go for a blink or something for an engage. Perhaps even a Thorns is, from the looks of it, just wanting to blow that thought damage right back in his face next time he decides to poke him out. The right side of the map being circled here by TKO as the entire team spawns on portal. Will they go for the Fire Giant here? I don't think so without a pick or 2. Changa backing, gonna come back through before the portal collapses.
That would be very dumb of them and very overconfident. Although they came into that game too, it looked like their comp was really designed for them, from them being overconfident there, and it cost them that game too.
Looking at this Odin build, it's very selfish. Just straight up into cooldown, and then what I can only imagine either a Bulwark or Pestilence. Buggy beads coming out on the side of Godmaker. He beads, but the Nejal is still connecting. That's a waste of beads and a kill for TKO goes. 9-0 and 8 is this jungler. He is huge, and he is making himself known here. Ults coming out in mid lane, lots of them for both sides. Good damage coming out, but it's not enough to secure any kill on the red team. Blue team getting poked out. Cole from State Farm getting a nice low off and then running away. Terra missing her monolith. She might be in a bad spot without that second dash. A nice Changa ult coming out, catching the Terra, dealing more damage. Not enough to secure the kill. Devastator being able to get out as well. Susan taking way too much poke after trying that sneaky ult to engage. Gonna go down. Medusa ult coming out of the corner. Geb being able to secure it. This Changa securing it. One of her own. A surrender vote has popped up for the side of Heil.
They hopefully won't surrender before 20, even though it's so close. I don't think it would be a problem.
Even, I think that's their thought process and not accepting it right now. This game's a shutout. They gave up that early and they just got snowballed way too hard. No pun intended with the Gebs.
Wait, what? What?
No pun.
What's,
I thought.
What's but
I
pun?
thought he was using. I thought he was using the snowball skin.
Oh,
snowman skin.
That would have been so good. That would have been hilarious.
I know.
I would have loved it. Oh man, gotta love those puns.
I'm too used to my support playing the snowman skin. It's just ingrained as the
Looks
only
like
skin.
you need to cool down.
Yeah.
No.
Don't eat the yellow snow. Ooh, you ate it. Another kill coming out for the side of TKO. Changa getting this after the Nejal does a lot of damage.
And all towers already gone at 20 minutes here.
Yeah. Seems like TKO is pushing the Phoenix, but instead gonna back off, probably opt for fire, or maybe even a bait. As Changa is looking overextended for basically no reason, though she does have two frontliners behind her. Devastator. Over in left lane, just trying to secure any amount of farm he can right now, it looks like. While the red team goes for this fire giant. That guy you met taking a lot of poke. Changa gonna be able to sustain him up quite a bit. Terra being the only one on the side of how to spot this up as fire giants below 25%. It'd be a nice steal, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. TKO securing the fire giant. Terra might even be giving her life for this one. A good dash gonna get her out. Geb looking to go in. Just gonna roll out instead.
Autobots, roll out. They need that. They need a Transformer skin for him. So much. They need that. Just thought of it. It would be perfect. But what do you think?
I mean, it's kind of like. Oh, go ahead.
Copyrights and
Yeah.
I'm surprised they got away with that Ravana skin at all, to be honest.
Oh yeah, there's just enough subtle differences.
He's a robot,
like,
and he's not from Hell.
Copyright it, yeah.
He doesn't.
The fact that they
say brutality.
Quote unquote get over here is actually just rocket fists instead of a chain or something.
All right. What do you think Heil could improve on, just like to stop this? Do you think that the early game was literally the fault and that's it? That's the only thing that they could have changed this?
I think that early game is definitely the fault for this. If had they been able to get that level 2, it would have been a lot better fight. Aggression coming out on Devastator over here in dual lane, surrounded by 3. He's going to try and dash away, but I don't see him getting far. A Changa coming out and the Acid Spit missing, but able to secure with a few autos. Susan ult wasted because it just wasn't on the mark. And Nejal was able to secure a kill on Terra in mid lane from the looks of it. Collapsing on mid lane now, it looks like they're going to try and siege this Phoenix. Possibly another and go for the game here.
It's feasible.
The side of Heil not having much CC. Odin coming in, getting immediately CC'd and blown up. He's very low, trying to walk his way back to Phoenix. A good stun out of Nejal, gonna secure another kill. Immortal for the jungler on the side of TKO. Dodging the Thoth first as they make their way over to right Phoenix. TKO looking like they're ready to close this game out.
those stuns from that Ninja have been devastating. He's hit them
Oh,
on those
so
vital
on point.
moments. Like, I don't even know what to say about them. Like, they might as well have just been an AoE stun for how many times he hits them. I know I miss like at least half of my stuns if I have to play Ninja.
Jeb just being a nuisance, so his team can end the game behind them. Popping those thorns, that like good Ninja coming out. The Izanami's ult is not going to be enough to deter TKO from taking game number 3 and closing out the set. A good fight put up by Heil, but that early game snowball followed by constant objective secure, it just was too much for them to handle. GG's all around, TKO takes this one.
Was that a taunt or a joke?
I didn't hear anything.
I heard
I
heard a dolly thing. We can always go back and watch it.
Yeah.
It felt like it was a spam taunt.
If it was not audio specific, then it was probably just the carry being a little bit salty. The losing carry, mind you.
Yeah, I mean, but jokes are allowed because your Heil vehemently fought for jokes for some reason.
I was just excited to hear about that global emote.
I mean, global emotes are like emotes are like pretty respectful in my opinion. Like the GG, the money one. Like, who cares about the global emotes? You're excited, you won a game, so what? But the main thing that I have a problem with is like the laugh spamming and the taunting, because it makes us A, look unprofessional, B, makes you look like a dick, and C, just makes people kind of get really salty, and it will eventually lead to people bad-mouthing each other out of game if it just keeps happening, you know?
I mean, a little salt never hurt anybody. I see where you're coming from, but I want to say we're all mature enough to handle someone taunting at us. It comes to us enough in our ranked games.
You'd be surprised some of the complaints I get.
Jeez.
Oh, I've seen the dark side.
People.
I've seen the dark side, and it is not pretty, my friend.
If you want to play in a quote-unquote semi-professional league, grow up a little bit. That's my opinion on the matter.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game was canceled tonight, so we will have The End versus Cuddly, which is I've been promised once again will be a great game. If Jared's not here, hopefully someone else will be here.
I will be here.
Yeah.
For the 11 o'clock game? Yes.
11:30. Yeah, 11:30. Yep, there we go.
11:30? Okay.
Yeah, 11:30. That's what I was told by Michael. Thank you for watching, and see you then.